Let's look at your MyMathLab class. This is the way it should look once you register. Notice on the left side you'll see a menu. We'll go through these here in just a second. You'll notice also that we have some announcements. I do post announcements at least 2 or 3 times a week, somewhere in that range. Make sure you read these. I just want to do a quick video on how to navigate through the MyMathLab class. You'll notice homework, quizzes, and tests. Gradebook. Gradebook is where you'll go anytime you want to see your grades. Study plan is where you go to practice. If you want to see the e-text or the electronic form of your textbook, you can click on ebook. Exit test bonus. We do have bonus questions, and so feel free to look at those. There's one for each unit, so make sure that you've looked at all those. Course documents, there's some information about the final exam. This is the final exam formula sheet that you will be allowed to use. Videos and notes, these are where you can find the actual lecture videos in one place for each unit, along with the associated notes. So you may want to watch those first before you do any practice or homework. And extra practice, these are just some handouts with the answers. Some people like to do extra work, and that's fine. Email Instructor, this is one way to email me. What we're going to focus on is the homework and quizzes and tests. So I clicked on homework. We see this view. This is only for the homework though. If I click on quizzes and tests, you'll see the tests. Down here, these are just practice. These are not required. That's why they're called sample tests and quizzes. But these are required. I'm going to click show all. I highly recommend clicking show all and then click view all, 60 on one page. By doing this, you'll see the order you need to do things. Each unit begins with a practice. This doesn't count. You get one attempt. That's what that means over here. It's a way to test out of homework problems. So when you complete this practice, these homework assignments will become available. You'll notice this flag. If you scroll over onto it, you'll see that it requires the practice to be done first. So when you take that practice, the flag is gone. Now for this homework 2, you'll notice that you can't get to it until you finish homework 1 with at least 70%. You don't want to just be satisfied with the same percent, because these homework assignments count as part of your grade. So even though 70% is the minimum, go for the 100%. You can take each homework problem, you can do each homework problem as many times as you want. When you first click on a homework assignment, you're going to see that some of the problems have already been answered for you. That's because the homework assignments are personalized with the practice. So any problem that you see correct on a homework assignment and you haven't even done that problem, it's because that homework problem was associated with a problem you got right in the practice. So that's why I say when you do a practice, and when you take the practice and you do well, or if you do anything, it just means that you've tested out of some of the homework problems, which means you don't have to do some of those homework problems. And these are also the videos that I showed you before that were found over here. They're also here, and they're broken up based on the homework assignment. You just click on those, and they're YouTube videos. That's all they are. And you'll come to the exit test. You can't take the exit test until you complete all the homework assignments. Now, if you miss the due date on the exit test, you'll see an additional homework assignment appear the next day. You'll have to do that also before you can access the exit test. Or if you decide you want to retry an exit test after the due date, that practice assignment has to be done also. We're just going through this quickly, just give you an idea how it works. This practice, Unit 2, you can't do it until you finish Unit 1. That's the reason why I have 1% must be earned on the Unit 1 exit test. It's just a way to make sure that you completed Unit 1 before you can start Unit 2. And that's the way all these are done. There are 7 units, that's where they're all set up. This practice final exam is just practice. Take as many times as you want. It's a difficult practice. It's much more difficult than the final exam. Practice requires a test gen plugin to be installed. Sometimes you may have issues with it. This practice final exam is not required. Final exam, you can't take it until you have completed all 7 units. It does have a password. It's password protected. That's why you must make arrangements with the proctor. I want to go back to study plan right quickly, just to show you how the homework assignments are set up. This is how it looks when you click on study plan. If you click view all chapters, you can get to the actual practice or study plan. If you click on place value, I'm just going to do a problem right quickly. This is how your homework is set up. I just want you to get an idea of how it looks. It does take some time sometimes to load up. Write the number 27,310 in words. Let's say that you guess C and you check your answer. It's going to tell you it's wrong. You have to try it again. Check your answer. See it's well. This time it's the second attempt. Most times you get 3 attempts before it tells you that you're wrong, and then it gives you the right answer. Most times it's 3, third attempt. And you'll notice that an X pops up, but that's okay because you can click similar exercise. You get to try it again with different numbers. Also over here you'll see some learning aids that you can use. You might want to play around with these to see what they can do. And since I have an X, when I click similar exercise and I get another attempt, let's answer this one right quickly. Let's find the answer first. Try that one, check answer. It says fantastic. See that X right there? It now becomes check. That's how your homework problems are set up. Quizzes look like multiple choice quizzes for the most part. If you have any questions, exams are also multiple choice for the most part. They do have open-ended questions. If you have any questions, be sure to email me.